How you doing, Estella?
Good morning, Andrew. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Andrew, are you guys getting any snow yet?
Oh yeah, it went from rain to snow like in a matter of minutes. I mean, it didn't like I thought it was gonna sleet for a while, and I mean it literally went from rain to like a whiteout.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's snowing here. Good. Is it snowing there?
Nope, we don't have any snow yet,
Okay, well it's coming.
right?
Yeah, because the wind's blowing really good too. So,
Well, yeah, there's a winter storm warning or blizzard conditions.
okay.
We're in the 5 to 9 range.
Oh, are you? I
We
wonder what,
are.
yeah, I wonder what let's see. Um,
Yeah, I had planned to take a road trip today to pick up my grandson, and um, I ended up doing it right after work yesterday. So we did a round trip, 10 hours.
how long of a round trip?
About 10 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you did it yesterday because, yeah, we're supposed to get 5 to 9 inches also, and and then the wind is gonna gust up to 50 miles an hour,
Oh, wow. It was,
and yeah, and it's saying that this is going to go on until 6 a.m. tomorrow, and
yep.
yeah, travel can be very difficult. Areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility, and then the cold wind chills is low as 25 below.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw that.
yeah, I was up super early this morning to run some errands, and I'm glad I got them out of the way. I'm glad I got them out of the way early this morning because I mean, um, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So,
I was not an early riser today.
yeah. So, yeah. Are you ready for Christmas?
I'm ready for Christmas. I have a few things I have to get for dinner, but
Yeah,
other than that, my Christmas presents were all wrapped, and I did not procrastinate this year.
yeah. I hear that. Neither did I. I mean, whatever my kids are, they're gonna get. It was in this house like 2 weeks ago, and I got all of my wrapping finished last night, and I'm just man, it was a whole lot more stressful years ago. Now it's well, and they're with their mom this week, so I don't know if they may come by on Christmas Day, but if they don't come by on Christmas Day, then they'll be back here on Sunday. So it's kind of nice to to not feel like a bunch of pressure. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because the holidays, especially Christmas, it can be so. I mean, it can be so stressful, in terms of like expectations and stuff like that. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Afternoon, Leah.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Doing pretty
Hi,
well. How are
Leah.
you?
Hi,
Good morning, or good afternoon, Leah.
Hello. Doing good. I'm watching the snow come down.
It's coming down. Did you notice, Leah, how it went like instantaneously from like rain to snow? I mean, it was just like
Yep.
boom. I mean, I looked out I looked out the window and it was just white.
Yeah, it was super quick from a mist to then kind of those heavier raindrops. And then, yeah, all of a sudden at like 12:15, it was just, now it's snow.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Judge.
Afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Is Stella, any word on Katie?
Nope, I haven't heard from her yet.
So Lee, are you saying you're getting the snow down there?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, it just started maybe 45 minutes ago. And I guess it's going to be many inches today. So.
Okay. We got a couple inches last night, but it's heavy, wet stuff. We're supposed to get some more snow today, stay into tomorrow, so see how that works out. Many inches, huh?
Yeah, some of the higher models are like 16 plus in 24 hours. So I don't know if it'll be quite that many, but it'll be a big job to shovel it.
We had about an inch or so, 2 inches yesterday. My son bought a plow this year, and so he put his plow on. We plowed out the driveway, and I was just kind of chuckling about it. So I said, "Well, I was just going to snow scoop that." He said he didn't want me to do that because I get it right down to the base, and that's not good for the plow. So right now I don't have to worry about snow scooping anymore because he's got a plow. So there we go.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's way nice. Any word from Carmen?
No, none here, Your Honor. And I was just checking to see if maybe she had joined one of the other ones.
How you doing, Ashley?
I'm good. I'm still in the cities, and I'm thinking about going up to Red Cliff tomorrow. I was gonna go today, but I don't really want to drive in the storm.
you may not make it tomorrow either.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Coming home for the weekend?
Yeah, that was my plan.
We'll wait a couple minutes.
Okay.
So my wife has decided she needed to bake a couple dozen cookies, and somebody has to eat those things. So I'm really struggling with this. It's a rough job, but you know what? I'll force myself.
Someone's got to do it, Your Honor.
Yeah. And she's really good at this. She's really good at it.
Oops. Froze.
My older sister, she really makes those no-bake cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Those are so good. Oh my gosh. I'm glad she lives in Glidden, because if she lived closer,
Yeah.
between her and my wife, it'd be an issue.
Yeah. There aren't any cookies I don't like, Your Honor. So it's a good thing that it's a good thing I don't have anybody dropping any off at the house. So
We don't need to worry about a shelf life there, huh? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it's not a lot of willpower, especially around the holidays when it comes to baked goods. So
What's really nice when my wife does it is not only do I get to eat it, but the host just has that whole big good
oh yeah.
aroma going on. So yeah. All right, we waited 5 minutes. I haven't heard from the defendant. So Estella, read the case, please.
The case today is in the interest of the St. Croix tribe versus Carmen Bugg. Case number 20-CV-201. Presiding today is the Honorable Judge Stephen Booley. The appearances for the record, Your Honor, are tribal attorneys Andrew Adams, Ashley Duffy, and Leah Jers.
Okay, I call the court to order. Let you know that this is the time I set aside to announce my decision as far as this particular case is concerned. We had, I heard testimony over 3 different days, and everybody's presented their evidence, or I had an opportunity to present the evidence they wanted, and we'll go from there. I do want to say that you make a conscious decision when you decide you want to run for a political office. This is not just something that it's not like you walked into work one day and they pointed to you and said, okay, this is your job now. When you want to run for a political office, I'm not quite sure of all the details in St. Croix, but there's probably a nomination process, or you need to circulate for petition for signatures to get on the ballot or whatever it is. And then when you run for the political office, it's usually you and another person. So at the time you get elected, you've made a conscious decision to do a certain amount of things. And among the things that you've made a conscious decision to do is to uphold the Constitution of the tribe and the United States. but the point here for me is for the tribe, that implies that you're also going to uphold the laws of the tribe and all that goes with it. The first week or so is like, okay, it's a learning process. I'll give you that. But after that, you know what? You should be getting the questions answered that you have, and you're responsible for those decisions that you make. You're held accountable for those. What I heard Ms. Bugg say frequently is that, oh, I didn't know that. Well, you're an elected official. You should have known that. You should have found out. You should have taken the time to make a determination of whether that should be going on with what's going on. So in that light, what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of break it down like this. Is I'm going to cover, well, first of all, I'm going to say that where I am right at this particular moment is that the only one I'm not finding Ms. Bugg guilty of is the theft provision. But I'm on the borderline of that, and when I start writing my decision on it and my opinion on it, I may change that to a guilty plea. But right now, I'm finding her guilty across the board on all the other things. And as a result of that, she's no longer eligible to run for public office as spelled out by the St. Croix code regarding eligibility to hold a public office or run for public office. However, the other thing I want to note as we look through this, as you guys put your case together, the tribe has some responsibility here also. If the tribe, through the county department or whoever the decision makers were as far as how those checks are cut or who ordered those checks to be cut, had taken a position that the check shouldn't be coming out of the gaming pot, like it's so clear. It's so clear in the code. This is that these are the only reasons you can spend this money. If they would have processed those checks differently, this isn't an issue. So they have some responsibility here also. So in that light, I'm going to go this way. Let's start with that $15,000 severance package that they put on the table. The tribe showed to me very clearly, it was without a doubt, that that was excessive. It was $3,000 excessive. So that $3,000 automatically goes to Ms. Bugg's side of the equation. But as I look through that resolution, though, there's a part in there that if she got a job working with the tribe is then to be deducting out of that account, out of that $15,000, so they could have been getting that money back. So what I'm doing there on that $12,000, I'm putting $6,000 on Ms. Bugg's side. I'm putting $6,000 on the tribe side. So that's where I'm at with that particular point. Then as we go down through the rest of the trials, all those checks I'm putting on Ms. Bugg's side until we get to the one where she took a trip to Treasure Island. That arguably was a trip that involved gaming, and it was a check for $1,000, and I'm putting that on the tribe side. And I just want to make it clear to me, it's my understanding as I went through these checks, that the tribe made the point that in their closing argument that they were not pursuing any reimbursement for those checks that were written out of the interstate account. So as I go down through through all the checks that were dispersed, I'm putting those all on Ms. Bugg's side until we get to a $5,000 check that she went to Las Vegas. And I believe that I construed that as a gaming travel. I didn't see anything that said that it wasn't, or although she didn't show that it was, but I think the responsibility falls with the tribe to show that it wasn't gaming. And they didn't do that with me, so I'm holding that. I'm gonna put that on the tribe side of the ledger. So the one I have not yet made a decision on is a $10,000 check. It was listed at travel, but she testified that she did not travel anywhere. And she didn't have any explanation to why that check was given to her. Other than maybe it was a bonus. But that's a problem for me. If it was a bonus, why didn't it say bonus? So as I sat there and debated over that, and again, I'll make a decision on that when it gets time for me to, when I get around to writing my decision on this. Why did the tribe write it out as a travel voucher when it was a bonus? Why did they just say it was a bonus? So that would kind of pushes me to put that on the tribe side. But on the other hand, you're a council member. If there's not an explanation why you got $10,000 check, why aren't you putting that on the table and bringing that to the attention of the people who wrote the check and saying, if this is a bonus, it's got to say bonus. But if it says travel, I need to be going someplace, and I didn't go in a place. So I'm putting that. That causes me to want to put it on her side of the ledger. So I'm gonna stew on that particular check for a bit, but I will make that decision when I get to that point. So you guys know where I'm at with that at this particular point in time. But when I get around to writing the order, that'll be clear at that particular point in time. Okay, then as we go again through the checks, we get down now to the Christmas money. All the money for the Christmas account is going to go on the tribe side of the equation. There was a Christmas event. There was no disputing that. There was no disputing the fact that Round Lake was part of those checks, the purpose for those checks. And there was some question about whether there was another check involved, but again, it wasn't clear to me that that was the case. So there was a Christmas party, and I'm going to go with that occurred, and I'm going to put that on the tribe side of the ledger. Now I have a math problem. When I add up large numbers, I'm always $10 off or $100 off or $1,000 off. So, but when I get done and tally this all up, the money will be real clear and it'll all be spelled out in my order. But anyhow, that's my order right now. All the rest of the checks that I have not talked about are on Carmen's side of the ledger. Again, as I indicated to you earlier, and I'm of feeling and the belief that, you know, the tribe has some responsibility here too. I agree that Carmen, as a council member, she has responsibility, and she should have been questioning what was going on here from the time she took office. But also the tribe, they should have been they should have taken proper care also. So although I have all that money, all those checks that I've talked about that are on Carmen's side of the ledger, it's probably going to come out. There's going to be a percentage. A percentage is going to be still held responsible to Carmen, and a percentage is going to go back to the tribe. So that's how that's going to be. I don't know what that percentage is yet. Right now, as I go through this, I will make that decision, and that decision will be real clear when I have my order finished. You will get a written order within 30 days. Okay, so we probably sometime in the end of January, you will have around January 23rd, you will have a written order. And it shouldn't be that long now because we don't have anything. I'm not super busy right now. As I can tell right now, I don't know, that could change in a heartbeat, but I should be able to get those orders out pretty quick. All right. Do you need any clarification?
No, Your Honor. I mean, as you've walked us through it, I don't necessarily have any questions. And, really don't want to make any arguments without, the other party here. So.
Yeah, and I want to note right now that it's almost 20 after 1. It's just scheduled for 1 o'clock, and we still have not heard from the defendant. Arguments the time for argument is completed. You guys had your arguments, and now it's my time to make a decision.
Mhm.
So if you have any discussions about disagree with my decision, that would be something that would need to be filed if you decide they wanted to appeal it.
Mhm.
And that's the way the system's set up, and I'm okay with that. I'm just looking at it as what I would think a reasonable person would do as I interpret the laws as it lays out before me, and who bears responsibility. And right now, Carmen does have responsibility, and it doesn't have the responsibility to the effect that, again, as I stated earlier, she should not, because of what she did or didn't do, she should not ever hold political office for St. Croix again. But also, so I'm making it real clear, and I'm saying it again, is that the tribe also has a responsibility here too, and they could have done things differently. And if they had done things correctly, well, I would hazard to say St. Croix is not in the position where they are right now. I would hazard to say that, other than the fact that we have a pandemic going on, which doesn't change. That's not going away right now. Okay, with that being said, I want to say to you guys, Merry Christmas. You have Christmas coming. We have Christmas coming up day after tomorrow. Be careful in the snow, but let's enjoy it too. I like snow. All right, you guys, with that, court's adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Estella,
Yes.